Hey everybody, welcome back to Windwardsville Music Streaks, where we fight depression with the power of music. I'm your handicapped host, James Cox, and I have another interview today. His name is Robin Jackson. He is from Portland, Oregon. I still think yes?
Yes.
Right on, you're right on. Yeah. And you've been in some bands that I just found out about. I want to talk about all of them. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm a new dad. I have a very young 7-month-old baby, and I've just been writing a lot of music for her lately. So I'm feeling good. Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were supposed to get on last week, I think, and you're like, I can we? I'm like, sure, dude. Yeah.
Yes, I was going through it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations on being a daddy. That's
Thank you.
awesome. That's amazing. So.
Thank you.
Well, I guess the first thing you just answered my question just now is I was going to ask you, do you find it now that you have a little one? Do you find it easier to write stuff about now as opposed to before you had him?
Oh. Well, yes and no. It's funny. I mean, not in terms of time.
Well,
Yeah. But inspiration, yeah. I mean, I think having permission to like write songs for an infant is so beautiful because I'm not trying to write some like epic, heart-wrenching, deeply poetic ballad, or I'm just kind of writing what comes up. And if I keep it in the spirit of her, I've written songs for her that are more simple, like Raffi, and then I've written songs about my life. There's a whole new well of inspiration that's kind of come forth around just reflecting on the new pace of my life and kind of a spiritual connection and challenge of being a new dad. That's been really, really cool. So,
yeah, because I've talked to a lot of artists throughout my 5 years of doing this podcast, and they find inspiration in everything. Sometimes hard and sometimes easy. But if you right now, I think it's like a tsunami of ideas just flowing through your head, and because you look at your child, I'm like, okay, I can write a song about this, what he's thinking, what he's feeling, how. So I think there's more of a tsunami coming at you than for more ideas. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people have more of the tsunami. I also think like it's there, and you have to create space for it to come. Like. Rick Rubin, the producer, always talks about like it's not about like how to get inspired. It's about how to create a space for the muse to enter. Like how do you? I often think if like the muse is like a timid deer and you're walking in the woods and you see a timid deer, like how if you want that deer to come close to you, how do you make it inviting? You might have to be patient and quiet and still, and that's how I feel with inspiration, is that if I fill up my day full of social media and doing stuff, it's kind of hard to like hear the lyrics that want to come through. And I just watched the new Bob Dylan film again, and I was just inspired again by like a portrayal of like what it really takes to like he's like living in the stream of his inspiration all the time. He's constantly sitting down with his guitar and in the zone, and so I think you can get inspired through your emotions, and also it's just about creating space for it.
I haven't watched the Bob Dylan thing yet. I really want to,
So good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So you are famous. I would tell you you're famous because you have a Wikipedia. Did you know that?
You're famous if you have a Wikipedia.
Anybody who has a Wikipedia.
That's hilarious.
Famous. but I saw a thing that I want to ask you that Wikipedia has said. Okay. It says that you were trained in the secrecy method from the age of 4 and played with numerous bands across high school and college. You attended University of Oregon, Christ Church Jazz, Polytechnic, and graduated with a BA in ethnomusicology.
If you can say it, you can play it. Yes.
Okay. So, could you tell us what ethnomusicology is? Because I've never heard it before. Yeah.
Totally. Ethnomusicology. Yeah, it's amazing. It's basically the study of culture through their music.
Okay.
or the study of music through the lens of the culture. Either way, so it's really like an example is like understanding how the cosmology of a culture, like for instance looking at like Balinese gamelan, which I spent some time in Bali, how the music they play is very cyclical. Like the songs are very, and within the songs they have these cycles, and then they're very egalitarian. And then if you look at the culture of Bali, they have a million holidays that cycle around at different cycles, and there's a lot of like the culture is very egalitarian compared to like if you look at the U.S., it's all about the idol, the American
Right.
Idol,
Yes.
the
Yes.
top. It's all about competition and standing out, and the chorus that comes in at 20 seconds and grabs your attention and sells you something. And so it's really fascinating. Ethnomusicology is like really understanding the culture through music, and I love it. I've studied a lot of music from different cultures, and I started on the Suzuki violin method, and then got really interested in music from different parts of the world to learn about humanity.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well, the violin was your first instrument
it
you
was.
ever played. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Well, my voice, but and
well,
then
yeah, well,
violin.
yeah. I mean, you're born with your voice. But so my friend asked me, maybe you can reconfirm to him that the violin and the fiddle is the same thing. Oh, the only difference is playing it differently. Correct?
Yeah, only
Yes.
different is the approach and the intention and the
Right.
style of music. Yeah. Yeah, violin is typically associated more with like the generic term for the instrument and also associated with like classical.
Right,
And then
yeah.
the fiddle is like if you're playing a
Martin
violin
Daniels.
in an Americana
Yeah.
kind of bluegrass setting,
Yeah. Country. Martin
country,
Daniels.
Appalachian, yeah. Uh-huh, totally. Yeah, barn raisings.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while I was researching you, I found out that you worked at a restaurant for some time, correct?
Wow. Where'd you
Yeah.
find that? I'm
I don't
impressed.
know. I can't.
I
I
did.
don't know.
Okay. So I believe I worked at a restaurant as I only had, I think, a couple of jobs when I was young.
Yeah.
And I've worked for myself pretty much my whole life. I got fired from my last job when I was 23 which was one of the greatest gifts because I was staying up too late every night playing music. And so I slept through my shift for like the fifth time and they were like, don't bother coming
Just
in.
don't bother going in. Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is a sign. I'm just going to take it. And so I started a career in music when I was 23.
No, because
But I will say, oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, because the reason why I'm asking this because I now work at Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a I mean, okay. So for
Yeah.
you, did you take your did being in the restaurant teach you things then that brought into music realm now? Do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
funny.
good.
Well, first of all, I love this question.
Yeah.
I think that everyone should work in a service industry of some kind. Whether it's for a month or your whole life, like you learn so much about humanity and humility and appreciating. And then it's also like, then it helps you appreciate other people who are in restaurants or any kind of service industry, which is, I think, a really honorable thing because, it's important. And so I really learned, yeah, I think in terms of the music, interesting. Well, I worked actually in a restaurant which had a lot of like it was South American cuisine,
Okay.
and so they always played music that was really inspiring to me from like Brazil and like Patagonia and like different areas and
Good stuff.
um
Yeah.
yeah, and so but yeah, I think it just taught me to appreciate people, yeah, and work hard, and that life is not always easy, but you just got to find the joy when it's hard, and it's so much about your perspective on life.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I have a vast appreciation for the time that I worked in a restaurant. So
Well, what you said about the restaurant is exactly what it's been like, or it's going to be like for musicians, starting out and get going.
yeah.
Because
Oh my God. Yeah.
because after you got let go, I will say that politely, not fired, because I don't like the word fired. I prefer the word let go or released. after you got released, you took 6 months after that to go to the music career, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally good research. I'm impressed. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna take 6 months and just focus on just commit myself to making enough money to live on as a musician.
Yeah.
And yeah, I figured it out. I just played a lot of shows. I was in a band that was starting to tour. And I was like, well, maybe I'll learn how to be their booking agent so I can make 15% of all the gigs. And so I did that. And then I was like, maybe I'll learn how to be their marketing person so I can make another 15%. So I did that. And I kind of sold myself, to the band I was in. I was like, hey, I'll take on all this business stuff. And I learned a lot through doing that, around organization and music business. And then yeah, I just kept going 6 months at a time. I'd sign up like, okay, I made it 6 months. I'm gonna
I'm
do
gonna
another
try to
six
get it
months.
done in six
I
months.
mean, it
Awesome.
was
Yeah.
stressful.
Oh
I
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was often like feeling like, can I pay my rent? Can I do things? Do I have enough money to get through? But I appreciated that time, and it makes me reflect now, even when I feel that way sometimes. Just like, hey, knowing that I will get through whatever position I'm in, whatever spot I'm in right now, because
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 25 years. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's always scary when you're starting out and you're not sure what to do, So here's my
yeah,
next question for you, and this leads on something I'm going to talk to you further about.
okay.
Of all of the music bands out there, what is the most unique band name you've ever heard?
Wow. Okay, putting me on the spot.
Because this leads into something.
Okay, putting me on the spot. Um, the most unique band. All I can think of is Twisted Sister. I don't know why. I don't.
That's a good band name, yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
That's coming from like watching Flight of the Navigator, which is a movie in the '80s where they reference
yes.
that
Yeah.
band in the movie. Is so weird. I don't know what that like just came into my brain. Um, and then I'm spacing. Anyway, that's all I can
Oh,
think of.
that's okay. Yeah.
If I think of another one, I'll let you know.
Well, I got one for you.
Okay.
Does the name March 4th ring a
Oh,
bell?
oh yes.
Yes! That's the lead.
Funny. I wasn't gonna say my own band name.
That's the lead that I was going to
Okay,
get.
I was gonna
Yeah.
be like, well, it was March 4th.
March 4th,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, dude, because I've heard every band in the book, but I never knew of a band named after a date on calendar. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. FOURTH, a date,
Right, yeah.
band,
Yeah,
a command.
yeah,
Yeah.
spelled out. Yeah.
So yeah, just so people know, March 4th is a
Yeah.
band started in Portland in the early 2000s. It's like a large marching band mixing like New Orleans style brass band with like rock and roll and circus
Yeah.
arts, and they play all over the country, all over the world. And I played with them for 9 years.
Well, technically, you founded that band, correct?
I didn't
If
found
remember?
it, but I was the first horn player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I was in the co-founding period. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. And you were also in a band called Vagabond Opera.
Yeah, Vagabond Opera. I played with them for a decade, which was like a kind of a gypsy Parisian Tom Waits
Yeah.
meets Edith Piaf and Turkish belly dance group. One of those.
One of those
Yeah,
bands.
we were like popular with steampunk in the steampunk era.
Yeah.
We headlined the National Steampunk Convention, and yeah, we played in different like steampunk events in Europe,
Right.
and that band was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I also found out that band has 6 people in the band.
yeah,
Right.
that was big band. We had two
Big
opera
band.
singers, strings, accordion, cello, drums, bass, and a lot of singers and saxophone, clarinet, and we sometimes had fire dancers and hula hoopers.
Nice. I
And
love
all.
Fire Dance.
It was very like cabaret, like yeah, Parisian jazz kind of a thing. And we haven't been playing for over a decade, but we still have a big following.
Are we going to get back together, you think?
Are we
gonna
what?
stay the- Are we get, are
Well,
we going
no.
to get the band back? No.
The lead
Oh,
singer who lives in Portland, he's kind of done.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
So
got it.
yeah, but the music lives on.
Yes.
You can stream it everywhere. It's
Apple Music and Spotify and all
yeah,
those other
one of the
things.
songs I wrote gets tons of streams still.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but going back to the 6 people, the big band thing, all of those 6 people have a is a necessity.
Yeah.
So for because Foo Fighters has like 8 people in it now, I'm like, why? You don't need but one, 2 guitars. They got like
No.
4 guitars, 3 drummers. I'm like, come on, guys, you need to stop. Yeah, but this band actually has specific needed, which I
Absolutely.
love. Yeah,
Every instrument provided a voice that really contributed towards the whole experience. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So like the cello and the saxophone would weave together, and then
yeah.
the two opera singers would sing duets. We obviously need a rhythm section. So
Right, yeah.
yeah, we
I
wanted the
don't,
big sound.
yeah. I don't know what Foo Fighters is doing over there, but
Yeah.
yeah. So all right, all right. So let's talk about your living room songwriting sessions.
Yeah, man.
It is called songwriter. Hold on just a minute. Sorry.
Yeah,
Did
if
I
you
say
can
it
say
right?
it, you can play it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard
Okay.
word to say.
I can't say it, so I
Not
can't say
everyone can say it.
it.
So, songwriter soiree.
Yes.
So it's funny. I started. If I had maybe thought about that I was going to be doing this as a business and marketing it, I would have picked a different name. But I just, I started this event out of a passion and an emotional desire, and I just called it something cool. I like the word soiree, which
Yeah.
is like people who get together, usually around art and ideas. Kind of a name that derived in France years ago. And so, yeah, the event started in my living room
Yes.
as a way for me. I was coming out of these playing with these two big bands, touring all over the world, which were doing a lot of like really outgoing music. And meanwhile, I was kind of cultivating my own like more intimate songwriting repertoire. But I felt really nervous about playing those songs in front of people. I just dealt with a lot of self consciousness and shyness around it. And so my dad had just died. He was a songwriter, and I was really grieving a lot and going through a lot. And I just was inspired by this night where I ended up playing songs with a friend of mine at Burning Man. Actually, we went to Burning Man Arts Festival. And
Right.
we had this beautiful exchange, and I came out of that experience being like, I want to start a songwriting night for shy songwriters. And I started it in my living room, and 50 people showed up the first one, many of them like really amazing like touring artists who I knew and we just had a beautiful time, and I kept it going every single month, and I've done it 139 times now. We just had our 139th one for over 16 years, and it's grown this whole huge community of thousands of songwriters. We've had over 9,000 people play, and now we have in-person retreats and an online community. So, and the events still go on. Yeah.
Now, this is specifically for songwriters who are not sure about how to write songs and want to get out there and not be shy anymore. Correct?
Well, no,
That's okay.
it's for really songwriters of any level.
Okay. Okay.
But people who are in the category you just described really benefit from it because our culture is so built around like being supportive and non-judgmental and
Right.
accepting and like just all the fuzzy feel goods
Right.
that all the kind of we try and create the kind of space that lets people take risks and be seen and more vulnerable. So so I mean we get a lot of professional songwriters who come to our in-person retreats for 4 days and get like a hit of inspiration and learn new skills. And then we get a lot of beginners or people who don't even identify as songwriters. They just want to be creative. And so they come to our events and they're like, I wasn't planning on writing a song, but I wrote a song. I guess I'm a songwriter. Oh my gosh, my life has changed.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. So they've been really, really inspirational for a lot of people.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Um.
Good questions.
Well, thank you. So I tried to make it fun for you. So
Yeah.
Since you've been on the road more than we're the same age.
Okay.
I think you're 45, correct?
Yeah.
I'm 45.
Cool,
and I
man.
was born in 80. You were born in 79.
79. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you're a little bit older than me.
Okay.
But that's okay. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But so being on the road as long as you have, you've worked with some celebrity artists, such as Reggie Watts
Yeah.
and the Decemberists, which is great, because I think Reggie would be the most interesting man to talk about music with.
Yes. He's like, so open and fluid.
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure. I play with this group sometimes called the Everyone Orchestra, which
Yes,
is
yes.
a improv group that my friend Matt, who lives in Portland, founded, and they're all over the United States. He travels to festivals where he gets the best musicians he can,
Yeah.
like at a music festival, and puts
Right.
them all on stage together, and they've never met, and then the
Oh,
whole
that's
set is
awesome.
completely improvised.
Yeah.
And so, oh, my baby's crying in the background. Excuse me.
Okay. Do we
And
need to check on her?
I've no, I've got
Oh,
a
okay.
nanny.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Nice.
and yeah, and so Reggie has been on a lot of those gigs with me, so I've had the pleasure of playing with him for like two
Yeah.
hours doing improv. And I've yeah, my first gig with Reggie Watts was in 2005
Oh, a long time ago.
at the
Yeah.
Crystal Ballroom in Portland, and he's just yeah, so inspirational and such a cool human.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, so can you tell us at least what are your favorite memories from like collaborating with him?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't like make a record together. It's
Oh,
been
okay. Okay.
performing, but I did have an opportunity. I played at the this festival in Oregon called the Oregon Country Fair, where he was at last year, and we both played at this on the with the Everyone Orchestra, and just yeah, getting to play. I was playing saxophone there, so I just got to like jam with
Okay.
him while he
Okay.
was
Yeah.
doing a bunch of freestyling and getting the
Nice.
whole audience. He was using the audience as an instrument, getting them to sing with him,
Yep.
kind of like Jacob Collier
Yeah.
does. And he's just yeah, getting the whole audience to do this kind of hip hop groove thing, like 8,000 people doing it. So it was pretty fun.
I wish
Yeah.
I could do. I wish I could do half the stuff he can.
Oh my gosh, I know.
He's amazing.
He's so fluid. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so you're living in Portland, Oregon, still, correct?
Yeah, I live in
Yeah.
Portland.
No, no, and I've only been to a few states. I've never been outside. Okay, so the states I've been at was Virginia, Florida, Philippines, and South Carolina, where I am now.
Okay. Cool.
Portland, Oregon. That's not the capital, right?
No, Salem is the capital. Yeah,
Salem,
Portland.
okay.
Portland is a big weird city.
Okay, big. I love that big weird city, right?
Yeah.
So living in Portland, though, how does the city's music and creative scene influence you personally, and professionally?
How did Portland? How did the
Yeah,
scene here? Oh man, so
yeah,
many ways. I mean, I moved here in 2003, which was really like a cultural renaissance. It's when I mean, Portlandia kind of sums it up. Funny enough.
yeah,
So I mean, rents were super cheap. I paid $200 a month for a huge house, and there was a lot of like artists living in the town because rents were cheap, and the city was kind of dirty, and so it had a burgeoning art scene that both of my bands were really a big part of, like especially March 4th marching band. We would play
right,
in this arts district of Portland, and we would do a lot of street shows and bring a lot of people out. And the city really was like blowing up in the arts world because it was so cheap. And then honestly, Portlandia was double-edged sword because they brought a lot of energy and attention to Portland. And when Portlandia came out, that's when Portland changed because a lot of people started moving here. And that's when a lot of condos got being built and stuff. But to answer your question, I was so influenced by what was happening here because of the hive of artistic energy. People just really doing a lot of weird stuff. My mom said Portland in the early 2000s reminded her of living in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco, where she used to live in the 60s. Just a lot of like experimental weirdness and like not really regulated, like people doing big events out on the street randomly. And like there's this 30 block art walk that was unregulated that would happen every Thursday in my neighborhood with like fire dancers and tons of bands. It felt like New Orleans in a
right,
lot.
yeah,
I've been to New Orleans a few times and it just felt
a little bit.
inspiring in that way. And so yeah, I was very inspired by the freewheeling kind of art scene here. And I think as a young songwriter, the question comes up, do I move to New York or LA?
Yeah,
And because that's especially LA, am I going to really take myself seriously? And I chose not to because I really wanted the lifestyle. I didn't want to sit in a car for my life and do the intense hustle. And
right.
so I chose to live in Portland where it was more livable and just enjoy the like riding my bike and playing a lot of indie folk shows, house concerts.
Right,
And
yeah.
Portland has a huge house concert scene, which is kind of where the songwriter soiree started
Yeah.
from. Yeah. So, and it just influenced our whole culture.
Well, I talked to like several musicians, and they say all the time that New York is like a trap. Everything's
Yeah.
there, so you
Yep.
don't need to leave.
Yeah, you can't leave. It's like
That's
Hotel
kind of
California.
yeah. With chicken, you can't ever check out. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
which I don't know. I went to visit New York, but I would never live there. You know, because of
Yeah.
the
Love
high,
visiting, wouldn't live. Correct.
exactly because of the high rent. You know, I think it's like 1,400 for like one small room, or I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. So it's all weird, you know. So
Not really sustainable.
and I don't know about Los Angeles. You know, that's another thing that I'm going to stay away from. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. So
Just depends what you want. I mean, my friends who live in LA, yeah, they love it, but it's also a hustle.
yeah,
They spend a lot of time in their car, and
yeah.
you gotta really be in the hustle mentality.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that Nashville is the where to go if you want to do music. You know, Nashville's where it's at. You know?
Yeah, it's
I
it's
have
more
nothing but good
popular.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, a little more livable.
Right. Yeah. So a little bit more, but not much. But
Hmm.
all right. So as of right now, you have 3 albums.
I do. I just had a
Dust
new
Star-
album come out
Yes.
earlier this year. Yeah.
Yes. You got Dust Stories, which were released in 20. By the way,
Uh-huh.
October Rain, amazing.
Oh,
song.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And then you got Dark Stars 2017, and now you got Silver Lining 2025. You know, but let's go back to October Rain for a minute because that's my favorite song from you
Yay.
so far. So wait, okay, so there's been a lot of genres going around, right? This and that, you know. But when I listen to October Rain, it gives me like a folkish kind of vibe. Is that
Yeah, totally.
for you? Would you consider yourself as a folk musician or
Yeah,
like
I mean,
more like a okay?
I think we talk about categories to help us understand people in an easy way. And I was even thinking about that with the Bob Dylan movie last night, where he was brought up through Pete Seeger in the folk world, and they like wanted to claim to him, but he was like, hell no, I'm gonna be like a rocker and bring some like Louisiana blues vibes into my music. And yeah, I would consider myself a folk musician, but not only.
Okay, yeah,
I'd say like,
that's
yeah,
fair.
folky, rocky, jazzy. I have a jazz background.
Yeah.
I've kind of listened to a lot of indie rock, and I like music from all over the world. But yeah, October Rain. I think when I wrote that, I was listening to a lot of Shins at the time, so
Okay.
I really think we write based on what's going in. We regurgitate based on what we're being exposed to. So the Shins were a big influence of mine for a while. And yeah, I wanted something that kind of had a little bit of an electric feel, but kind of like a more folky energy to it.
Yeah, man. That sounds amazing. Especially
Thank
when
you.
when you take time to think about yourself, think about your life.
Oh,
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago, and
Yeah.
I still love it.
2012, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
2012.
yeah, that was 20 something 20 years ago. No.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I can't do math. I can't do
13.
math, but 13, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Not that long. No, God, not 20.
No,
Yeah.
no, 20. I was 35. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't know. I'm bad at math. So
It's okay.
Forgive me. So, Silver Lining is the newest record right now. It
Yeah.
was released on January 31st. How's that? I mean, are we getting like good things about it?
Yes and no. I mean,
Okay.
yes and I mean, as you know, like I don't tour as much as I used to, so a
Right.
lot of people listening to it is mostly like, how much energy do I have? I mean, okay, this opens up a whole huge conversation of like, do you want to be a marketer as a musician? And I'm on several groups where they just talk so much about how like, if you don't have a huge visibility already or way to do that, you really have to work full time to create ways to get your music heard through snip videos and constant output. And so I've done a fair amount of that. I do have a fan base. And I just have so much time and energy. I'm a new dad right now, so I'm grateful for the ways that my music finds its way through, and a lot of that is just like other people loving a song and sharing it with other people that they love. Sometimes you just need the right person to listen to a song and put it into a movie or something.
Right.
So if October Rain gets in a movie, I would be stoked because then
Yes.
a lot of people listen to it.
That's a perfect song for a
So
movie, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
hell
think so.
yeah.
But
I
I
do
have
too.
I have my song playing. It gets radio play. It's playing in a couple theaters in Portland right now.
Nice.
Before films, and I have like regular streams, and so when I put out energy, then I get it back. But yeah, it just depends on like how much energy I have to like kind of get the music out there. Like most musicians, we all go through
Right.
this. I
Of
mean,
course.
my friends who tour full time, that's really what you have to do. You have to like
Yeah.
tour full time these days, or just constantly be putting out music. Yeah.
Which I think is well. Okay, so a lot of bands now are releasing singles instead of
Yep.
albums. Which I guess would be kind of beneficial, right? 'Cause-
It's more beneficial. It's funny. I think I listened to one of your episodes a month ago where you were interviewing somebody who was talking about this thing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, singles is sort of the framework right now because that's the algorithm likes it, and then it gives you a chance make uh to make an announcement about something more often.
right.
If you dump a whole album, we're just like inundated with the social media landscape right now where we just don't really take in information because there's so much of it. And so releasing the waterfall strategy is kind of like the way to go. It's way more work, but it does give you an opportunity to like be like, hey, here's a single. Hey, here's another single. Hey, here's another single. By the way, I have an album coming out. Here's another
Right.
single. By the way, my album's coming out.
And they're
Yeah.
all on the album, right?
Yeah, and then the album.
Yeah,
So,
right in the album.
yep.
Yeah, because I found out that if you focus on one single, you'll get so many numbers on that single, and then single, and then when the full album releases, they'll be like, oh no, I can listen to that on
Yeah.
this whole album.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's good. I think that's
Exactly. Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
So I even have three more questions for you, and then we'll let you.
Okay.
Go. Okay, so we're in. Okay, so let's go back in time. Okay, let's go all the way back to where say you're 14, 15, or 16 years old. Okay,
Okay.
we're inside your room. We're looking around your walls. Are we seeing any musical posters?
Oh yeah. Trying to think. Musical posters. Yeah, we do. We do see
Nice.
musical posters. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what are we looking at?
Oh, we're looking at a black and white poster of John Coltrane.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, I started playing saxophone when I was 12 and was so into jazz. In my teens, I listened to jazz constantly. My first album I ever bought was a John Coltrane album called Like Sonny, and then a Louis Armstrong album called Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans. So yeah, that poster was I feel inspired. Actually, I love this question. You just made me think about that. I haven't thought about that since that poster was on my wall.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Coltrane's good. I need to get more into jazz, because I
Yeah.
have a good friend Ben, who's a jazz pianist,
Uh-huh.
and I interviewed him like several times, and he's the one who inspired me to get more into jazz, so I'm
Oh,
trying
cool.
to get into jazz.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's such great musical art form.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, if you can play jazz, you can play anything. That's kind of what
Right,
what
yeah.
I think.
Right.
So,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Second question. Now you're probably gonna hate me, but we'll see what this brings. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do like a Mount Rushmore of your top four favorite bands of all time. Who
My
would
top
it be?
four favorite bands of all time.
Yes, we're gonna do like a Mount Rushmore of music.
Ooh, my top four favorite bands.
Yeah. Do you hate
Okay.
me now?
Well, definitely the Beatles, even though it's
Okay,
cliched.
yes.
I just have been so influenced by the Beatles. I just can't even tell you.
Yeah.
And then I think the Miles Davis Quintet was very inspiring to me. As a young player, the Shins, I absolutely think they're brilliant. Now, these may not be my top four; they're the top four that are coming up.
Well, yeah,
Right.
yeah, cause,
Right.
yeah, because
Right
it's gonna
now.
change when I
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and then
One more.
Oh, Tom Waits.
Perfect.
My God, yes, Tom Waits.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really hard question, and I don't
I
expect you to list everybody,
I
But I
think I
mean,
did a good job.
yeah, yeah, you did, yeah. Because like you said, when you go and get up, you're like, damn it, I should have mentioned him, this band, her.
Yeah.
It's weird,
Now I'm thinking of more.
Exactly,
More
yeah.
of my influences are coming in. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then, oh yeah,
And this guy, yeah.
yeah.
So, all right. So we have one more question for you, and then we'll let you go because we're running out of time here.
Okay, man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the hardest question than
Ooh.
before. Yeah. Okay, so one record, song, or artist you can listen to right now, but you can't tell me or your wife or anybody else how it makes you feel deep inside your soul.
What? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. One record, song,
Or
or
album.
album,
Uh,
or artist
right.
that I'm listening to right now.
No,
No.
that you can listen to, but you can't tell me or how it makes you feel deep inside your soul.
One record, album, or artist or song that I can listen to. That I,
Can't
but I,
express how it makes you feel
but I
when you hear
can't,
that song.
but I can't express how it makes me feel
Right, yeah, so like
because
into
it's so
you.
deep, because
Yeah,
it's so touching.
yeah,
Oh wow! So something that's just like really impacts me,
yes.
and I can pick one out of any of those.
Yep.
Okay.
You can pick as many as you want to,
Okay. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a really good
Tough.
one.
So toughie too.
Oh yeah. Let's see. No, I'm getting some. I'm getting some. I just want to like
Okay.
let
Oh
it
yeah,
distill,
yeah.
for a second,
Okay.
because we don't always think of the thing till later. We're like, oh wait.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
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 Um. Huh. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, there's an artist I love. It's so touching. She's so touching, and not everyone's gonna know who this is because she died in 2010. But her name, I tell you her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lata de Sala is her
Okay.
name, and she's a Canadian Mexican folk singer, and she was highly influential for my music. It's Lhasa Lhasa de Sala. Um, she's actually pretty well known in a certain circle, but her music is heart wrenching and it's so emotional and just has impacted me in my songwriting quite a bit emotionally. Yeah,
Nice.
and yeah, so I would recommend checking her out.
Nice.
She's got only two albums really, but they're both so good. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you explained it well, so you answered that right on the head, man.
Yay! Great question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you a little bit of a shout out here. Okay, so anybody listening to this episode, you can go to Songwriters Soiree,
Yeah.
SOIREE.com.
Yep, songwritersoiree.com. You can
Yes.
go there and find out about all of our retreats, online community, and ways you can get involved.
And you're on TikTok and YouTube and
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, my music is. Yeah, my music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
and the
different-
Instagram. Yeah, that's the Songwriter Soirees on Instagram. You can follow
Okay.
us for some great songwriting tips and community and find out more about everything that we're doing. If you're a songwriter or aspiring songwriter, would love to welcome you into our world.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we love you here at the show, and we honestly do thank you. And you can come back anytime you want to.
Dude.
I feel like you have a good time, right?
Yeah, I had a great time. You ask great questions. I love that you open the space for when words fail. Music speaks. It's so beautiful. The episodes I've listened to just been very inspiring, and I appreciate creating the space to share my music and share the opportunities for others to make music. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so please go back on anytime because I'm sure we have a lot more to talk about in the
I would love
in the
to.
future. Yeah, and then you can give me 4 more different Mount Rushmores,
Exactly.
So, and then after that 4 more, I don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So
That's awesome.
all right, cool.
Cool.
So thank you so much.
Okay, James.
And with that said, everybody, thank you for listening, and everybody remember when words fail, music speaks. Bye, guys.
Yeah.